Dropping things everywhere. Okay, so I decided first and foremost, before I even got to the bag that I already showed you. Sorry, my phone is starting over on recording. New Year, my 52 starts, or it'll be more than that because of Mania, but a new start every week this year. And I decided before I got to the bag of new starts that I just showed y'all that has all the stuff in it, I would work on these. I have these Snowflower Diaries monthly, and this is January. I started it forever ago. I have no idea when or anything like that. I am not doing these all on the same fabric because I'm going to change them out every month, so it won't matter. So, I had January's already started. This is February's. I had a little more time to work on it, so I got it to right here. I know. Yes, that's more time. On this one, the grass, I didn't want it's got a couple of different colors in there. I think just two, but the way it was done, I didn't want to count. So I had a DMC green variegated, and I coffee dyed it to tone it down some because it was kind of bright, and that's what I used on the grass because that was easier. March. I don't know if you can see that good. There you go. I know, they get more impressive as they go along. Just let me warn you. And April, I think, is the last one. I've got to start one today. So there you go. It will be 4. I've got to start one today. I get tired of stitching the border, so that's why they all have that little... That's why so many of them have just a little tiny bit inside the border. Okay. Sounds like stuff is sliding around over there. I don't want it to fall. My 20 for 22. I can't get past... I think last year I got 6 out of my 20 finished. I'm going to show you the 20. First, I'm going to show you ones that I've worked on since the last time I filmed. So, I'm sorry. It's attached. I was trying to pull floss off and it's attached. I worked on Wyatt's stocking. It's Dimensions Gold Kit from Wyatt's 23. I was certain I would have this finished by the time he was 2. So yeah, I'm right on schedule. Even though I pulled 20, and really I don't like dig out 20 that I think I can finish. The first 20, I keep my stuff in order by age. So all my new starts go to the back. So this is my absolute oldest piece, and if I don't finish anything else this year, I want this one finished. I'm doing this one with the 25 stitches a day, and some days I go over, and that is absolutely okay. I'm not going to complain. If I get into a groove and I'm enjoying it, then I just go with it if I have time, because goodness knows, 22 years later, it needs it. But last year I started off somewhere around here, so I got that done last year, and I've turned the corner on the heel. There is still plenty of stitching to go, because I'm working on his boot right now and right in this area. Basically, I put my hoop on it. It's a 5-inch hoop, and I just try to work in that area until it's time to move the hoop. So I have all of this to do, which is really, I mean, that's heavy stitching. But when I finish that, I've got to get the back stitching done. So if I don't finish anything else in my 20 out of this year, I want that one finished. That is my main goal. Okay, that's what I say is my main goal. I've worked on this one since last time. This is also, like I said, all of these are in my 20. This one, last year I had to restart because my fabric was too short, and now we're back again to like this is way too long. I'm not cutting it. But this is where I have made it to, I am down past the halfway point. I have this basket. The basket's quite a bit of stitching, but then after we get past that, it won't be too much. So, I don't know. That might be doable for this year. I could have, last year I had, like, I don't know, all of this right here stitched. I think I had the pumpkins. So last year I had like this much stitch when I realized I don't think that's going to fit. So if I hadn't had to start over, I could have finished that one. But as you can see, I can't stitch on one thing long term. I have to switch because otherwise if I, like even while it's stocking, if I just dedicated myself, I'm only stitching on this till it's finished, I'd quit stitching altogether. Because I'd be like, eh. So I worked on this one. This is one of those pre-printed kits. This is where it is. I have replaced, because in the kit, the tree is stitched in black, and I didn't like that, so I've replaced it with some brown. I don't even know what it's from. Here from the back, you can see what it actually, how much I've actually stitched. It's so hard to tell from the front. So I'm more than halfway, but with Wyatt's stocking in the mix, I really, who knows? Who knows if we can get the others. This is my next oldest whip, which is Abigail's stocking. Kirsten and Addison have stockings that I've finished. So, on this one, you probably can't tell what I stitched on since last time because it was all white. And it doesn't really show up very good. But, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about if this will get finished before the end of the year. Like I said, I really only have one real focus. This is Brooks Books Animal Advent. There is, just like everything else, there is absolutely no reason for this to still be undone. I don't actually remember when I started it, maybe for Stitch Mania in 2016 or something ridiculous like that. Since the last time I have finished up the frog and started the squirrel next to it, there are some snowflakes that go here in the frog that I will, I think I'm just going to use buttons. I have some little tiny snowflake buttons that Colvin sent me that I think I'll put in there. Colvin, who needs to do a new video again soon. And then there's like a big snowflake here that I'll probably use a button because like I'm not putting snow under their feet because it doesn't show up on here. I don't know what I was thinking when she used blue fabric for a reason. I don't know why I decided, oh, put it on off-white. The snow should show up wonderfully. I have been working on that on Sundays, just as a matter of course, because, again, I would really like to get it finished this year. There are ones here that I don't think there's any hope of getting finished this year. Here's one of them. And quite frankly, they're like because I bought all those Polyvon patterns last year in my 50 new starts, because usually I just pull whatever's next, right? As I take them and put them in a bag, sometimes with fabric, sometimes with the threads or whatever. I just, again, stick them at the back so that older things don't get lost. But I pulled like 2 or 3, I think I pulled 3 of the Polyvons that I bought and stuck them in there also, which this one's Friendship Quilts. It's beautiful. I absolutely love all of them. I probably would live in a house like that with these, a whole wall of these, but that is not the life I live. Here is where I'm at. This probably looks absolutely like where I was the last time I worked on it, because I put in a bunch of stitches, realized that I started at the wrong spot, and had to pull them all back out. So, what is that, 3 now that I've had to undo what I did? So, anyway, here it is again, but no progress. This one, I will pass out if I get it done this year. That's just absolutely, that would knock me out. So, that's all the ones that I have worked on since last time. The rest of them, here, I didn't take this one out. I'm going to undo this one so that we can actually see the whole thing. And this is Solitude by Mystic Stitch. It is only an 8-page pattern, maybe. I'm not even sure about that. Here's where I am. And it is absolutely pathetic where I am. This is like the halfway point, almost. It's up into this tree somewhere. I mean, it's really close. This is all in shades of brown. Who knew there were so many? I had hoped to do this full page and this partial page last year, and as you can see, I didn't. If I can get Wyatt's stocking done, this will be my next 25 stitches a day. And when you have little blocks of color that are solid, it goes really quick. But it is super confetti heavy. Like in those empty spaces, that's probably 20 different colors that go to fill that in. Different shades of brown. And there are times when I realize that, oh, I stitched the wrong color in the wrong spot. And I just stitched the other color wherever it went, because you can't tell. You just can't tell. Not there. It's not obvious enough. Okay, so the rest of my 20. Oh, there it is. This is by Butternut Road. What is the name of her? I always, Earth Spirit, I think. Earth Dancer. See, I always get it wrong. Earth Dancer. Here's where I am starting the year. This all right here is going to be beaded. That's why those are still. She's got a long way to go. This one is a Mirabilia. I was checking to see if it was Nora Corbett or not. I can't get a good picture for to show you for the thing. I bought it used, I kitted up and everything, but it's Santa's Magic. I think this is how it goes. Not very far. And that's okay. All of these are on the list. They're all on the list. Eventually, they'll all be to the front of the line, probably. Got mason jars, which is a dimensions kit. I think everyone else in the world who has this kit has finished it. And I have barely made it to a second jar. But that's okay. One day. And then I'll have to decide what I'm going to do with it. I mean, I want it to hang up. But... Oh, and before I forget, I wanted to thank everyone who voted for the gingerbread houses for our family competition. This year we just broke up into 2 groups, so because we only had 2 gingerbread houses. Somebody forgot to buy more. So we had 2. And I put them on Instagram and Facebook, and many of y'all voted. Unfortunately, some people chose poorly. And I'm not gonna, I mean, Kat at Crafty Cataloger and Melanie at Melly Ellie Stitches. Don't worry, I'm not calling out anyone who voted the wrong way, but for people who voted for a house because it had like a Michigan Go Blue on it, that house got eliminated from the competition because it had structural failure. The roof slid off. So the people who voted for that one, it was a bad choice. And it also wasn't the house from my team. But anyway, I just wanted to thank y'all. And like I said, you know, I don't want anybody who voted for that one, Melanie and Kat, to feel bad. I'm just saying. Worked on Happy Everything. Really kind of bummed because I liked it better when it just said Very Tea. Knocking more stuff down. So now it says Very Thing. I think, I don't know. I really like it. There's not too much down here before I'll start coming back over here. I think there's just like an angel and a Santa Claus down here. But like I said, I don't know. I feel like when I look at some of them, oh, that'd be easy. Oh, if it's going to be easy, I would have finished it by now. Actually, again, if I didn't get distracted so easily, it might be finished by now. Out of this one, Portrait of a Cowboy, I am doing this one. Dax loves Wyatt Earp. He loves the whole story of it, which is part of the reason we have a kid named Wyatt. So I'm really kind of making that one for him in the vein of Wyatt Earp, I guess. It's kind of what it reminds me of. This is the trench coat. I think when I started last year, I only had this little part up here. So I really did get a lot done last year, which makes me happy. If you notice, most of the 20, especially like all of those, that concludes what was part of my 20 for 2021 that is still left. Because as they get older, you wind up with just the bigger projects left, and on it goes, right? So this one is out of a Cross Stitch magazine. For the Love of Cross Stitch, it's like March something, but I have no idea what year. It looks like this. With that teddy bear on there, I really feel like it's got to be in the 80s sometime. And I'm making this. They have it on an apron, I'm not putting the words under it. I'm just doing the bear with all the treats. This one is so cute to work on. It's like, because each time you finish one of those, it's like, yes. Look at the needle minders, the Hershey bar with the bite out of it. But I enjoy working on this one. I haven't gotten a ton done on it, but I haven't worked on it very much. And that might be from when I did the new start every week before. Some of these might be from a couple years ago when I did that. I don't know. I just think he's adorable. Out of another cross stitch, For the Love of Cross Stitch, from September, I wish I could find the year, 1990. This is what the cover looks like. Although I got to be honest, I love this one too. But that one isn't the one who got first booking. Doing this one. And I'm not using that kind of fabric, but I did have a piece of hopscotch fabric. I think it goes this way, where it'll be kind of coming out from the corner there. I think that's how it goes anyway. We're going to go with that because if I don't know, neither do you. I can live with that. This one is from another cross-stitch magazine. Leisure Arts Publications, Celebrations to Cross Stitch. Christmas 1991 is what it says. This is how it looks. This is part of the pattern. There's the rest of it. This one is a stitch along Colbin and I were doing. Only Colbin finished hers like, I don't know, 10 years ago. When she said, do you want to do a stitch along? And I said, sure, she was serious. So she did hers, and here's where mine is. I've managed to get the bunny and the tree in the middle of the thing done. That's like right here. That section right there, that's where I'm at. Yes. When Colvin gets serious about stitching, she gets serious. I get bored and sidetracked. Admitting it is the first step, right? This one is out of a magazine. It's probably just flashing the pattern all over the place, actually. I have no idea what magazine. Oh, no. Nope. I don't know. None of it says. But there you go. I'm doing this little scene right there. That's kind of cute. And I have to look and see. I think it goes like this. I know. Big progress. But again, like I said, I think these are from the last time I did a new start every week. So a lot of them probably have not been touched since then. And I'm okay with that too, because they're getting touched now. Another one out of a magazine. Apparently, I decided it was time to do my magazines. This is Cross Stitch and Country Crafts, July, August of 92. That's what the cover looks like. And I am doing this. This one amazes me how it looks as it's coming along. The shading and all of that it's going to look awesome when it's done. Certainly it'll be this year that it will be complete. Positive. Let's see. This one might actually stand a chance of being finished this year. It's called Warm Hearts from the trilogy. I bought this as a little kit, and it might be finished because it has been worked on. It's come up several times when I do my little thing and spin the wheel to see what to work on. Really, I need to put in warm down there, finish the border. I'm not putting in all of the snowflakes that are on the pattern because I am off, I think, on this band. And I'm not ripping anything out. And so some of the snowflakes don't fit in. So I'm going to stitch a few and put a few snowflake buttons on probably. But this one might actually be able to get finished this year. So there you go. That'll help, right? One that's almost there. Let's see. This one I don't have a color picture of. It's this cute little beehive with these flowers around it. I think it goes like this. As you can see, we're not beehiving yet, but we'll get there. When I'm doing something like this, or even the one I just showed you that's 2/2, I don't usually stitch on linen or even weave just because I'm lazy. So I'm much slower. It's like, when I say I'm lazy, it's like it feels like effort to me because I don't do it enough. If I did it more, probably wouldn't, but it is the dilemma.